My name is Jerry. I'm a filmmaker and educator, and you stopped by today because you want to see how I made a film for $7,000 in 7 days. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump into the opening scene of Seize the Carp. I'm always a big proponent of show, don't tell. In this first frame, I wanted you to know that I was at a cemetery. I wanted you to know that I was at a funeral. I wanted you to know who the name of the person was. You might be looking at it and going like, okay, why is it a little softer? Why is there a lot of grain? And this is with a camera called the Digital Bolex. The Digital Bolex is made to be a camera that looks like a film camera, like an actual 16mm film camera. So it's a little bit grainier. The rest of the movie, if you watch it, is on a different camera. It looks different. This was a flashback, and I wanted to give you some kind of visual symmetry that you could look at and you would know where we're at. We flash back a couple of times and there's 3 or 4 scenes that are shot on this camera, and I wanted to let you know almost immediately what you were looking at. I don't want to have to tell you this is a flashback or anything like that. I want you as the audience to be able to know that. If you're new to filmmaking and everything, we're going to look at this as like the rule of thirds. And basically what we're doing is we're either putting things on this intersection or we're putting it on the actual vertical. So you can see that I weighted it over here with a tombstone and I weighted it over here with the people. And so the reason that we got that composition is if you don't know where we're at by now, you can start to piece it together. I didn't want you to have to think a lot about this frame. There's already a lot of stuff going on. We're only 25 seconds into the movie, so it's kind of cryptic what they're talking about.
Mom wants me to stay, but I just can't.
Yeah, I get it.
Once again, if we're going to that kind of like rule of thirds aspect, you can see I put their eyes right on that horizontal line there. And the reason that we did that is because, once again, I don't want you to have to spend a lot of energy decoding what this image is. Keep in mind, this entire film was improvised, even this scene. So everything that you're seeing, the actors are just doing it, and then we're having to figure it out technically how we're going to cover all those kind of things. He's trying to get her to smile. He's trying to get her to laugh. So he's going to tell her a story about when they were kids.
You, me, and Sam went to the woods behind her house. It was off of Lydia or whatever, and we just went back there and we took all our blankets and we built this like fort. And we just created this world. It was really cool.
It sucks.
Yeah, I know.
When you're making an improvised film, you have to think about where is the camera going to be, where is it going to be placed, but also how are you going to cut to the next thing. I think this conversation was about 25 minutes, and you can see it's only like 2 minutes and 55 seconds of actual footage and actual time. I think when you're on set, a lot of times people try to rush it and you only get one try. You know, you only get one time where everybody's going to be there. So slow down and really enjoy the moment. Even on scripted things, after I finished this film, I would have them do an improvised take just to see what was going on. Maybe there was something in there that was useful, even like a moment or a cutaway. So why we did it at this cemetery is because we couldn't find a place that would have been local. We would have never been able to film this without being shut down or pushed away. So we just went way far out of town and nobody bothered us. We're also very respectful, and that was a big thing. And I didn't want anybody watching this movie and being like, oh, they went into the cemetery and made a mess and did all those kind of things. So in the financials of it, we only spent $7,000 total, and it took less than 7 days. So this was like day 7 of the entire shoot. We shot 5 days, and then we had 2 days of like kind of rough pickups that we went back and finished out the sequence. And I want you to remember that you can always do more for less. That was the whole point of this film, was how much could we do with less? I used cameras that I had laying around that I'd owned for years, including this Digital Bolex. I'd owned it for probably 7 or 8 years. It had been sitting in a closet. I had all the sound gear that had been sitting along, 15 years of accumulating it. But even if we'd have rented everything, we probably could have still stayed under that $7,000. But we asked some favors, and people donated some things and did deals with us and really supported what we were trying to accomplish. So it wouldn't be possible without that. If you're interested in watching the whole film, you can head over to bronsonCreative.us. It's available on physical media or to rent. And every one of the purchases goes directly to us, the filmmakers. We're self-distributing it. So thank you for your support, and I hope you have a beautiful day.
Guys, look what I got.
Sam, can I have this? Oh yeah, I thought that was a good idea.
Thought we would have more time. I wanted him to come and see me.
How did you allow yourself to leave?
I don't know, I didn't feel like there was anything there for me anymore.
You don't have any stories? Anybody we went to high school with?
Well, I try to avoid everyone from high school, so literally every time I see someone out, I just don't want to remember anything from high school.
Sometimes it's happy memories and I'm laughing out loud, and then other times you ever think about like conversation you would have if you could talk to Sam one more time, or what you would do if you had one more day together?
Sometimes, I guess.
People are content and small town life is okay for some people. It's like, don't you think that's just what you've been told, so you believe what you've been told? Because I left and I didn't come back and I wasted time that I could have spent. When the snails die, then the crabs come and they take their shells and they take up residence.